Alright guys, I played Modern Warfare 4 early, and it takes place in frickin' Korea. What? And for the first time ever, Infinity Ward allowed us to actually talk about our impressions about the game. Usually we're not really allowed to talk about that when we play games. We're just allowed to pretty much talk about the facts, what to expect, basic information. But this time around, we're actually allowed to talk about our impressions about the game. So I'm super excited to share this video with you guys. If you guys could drop a like for me because this game is taking place in Korea, bro, drop a like. I do want to make this clear. This is not going to be some fake overhyped opinion, and granted, it might be a little bit more biased because Korea is a big setting in this game. In this video, I'm gonna tell you guys what impressed me, what concerns me, and what I even told the developers directly one-on-one while I was at the event. So one thing Infinity Ward kept repeating during the presentation was that the game represents a new chapter for the studio. Their entire philosophy behind Modern Warfare 4 is grounded, authentic, and high-stakes military action. They kept emphasizing gameplay is king. And to be fair, you honestly feel that as soon as you hop on the game. So while I was in the presentation room, the devs also talked about wanting Modern Warfare to feel ripped from the headlines, not directly copying real world events, but believable enough to where it could potentially happen tomorrow. And honestly, they chose the perfect setting for this. Yes, I am slightly biased. So Modern Warfare 4 takes place heavily in Korea with major conflict between North and South Korea. Now, if you guys don't know, North Korea is one of the most isolated countries in the entire world. Strict dictatorship, massive military presence, mandatory military service, and constant political tension. And Seoul is literally within artillery range of North Korea, which is honestly insane to think about. Infinity Ward said that they specifically wanted a setting that felt globally dangerous while still being grounded into realism. And personally, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'm a little bit biased. That caught my attention more than usual. The cool thing is they also talked a lot about Korean culture influencing the game as well. I'm talking about the music, the atmosphere, the locations, the people. But what really stood out to me was the campaign's direction. So instead of playing as elite operators in the entire game, they're bringing back more of a grunt perspective. You play as a young Korean soldier named Private Park during a sudden North Korean invasion. Infinity Ward said that they wanted this campaign to feel darker, grittier, and more grounded again. So instead of always feeling like a superhero, you're basically reacting to the chaos around you and trying to survive impossible situations. The campaign sounds insane. Trench warfare in Korea, close quarter combat in New York, car chases throughout Paris, SAS raids in Mumbai, large-scale assaults to reclaim territory. Classic Modern Warfare style globetrot. Now, obviously, Captain Price is back and is returning to the game, but this version of Price is very different. Because if you guys don't remember, after Modern Warfare 3, Price literally shot General Shepard in the head inside of the Pentagon. So now he's basically being hunted while still trying to stop Makarov. Infinity Ward described them as operating outside the system and apart from Task Force 141. And honestly, that kind of sounds sick. So apparently this is like not even a spoiler that's going to be revealed in the trailer. Apparently very early in the campaign, Price actually finds Makarov and beats him to death, which honestly shocked me because I thought Makarov would be the main villain the entire game. But apparently that starts even a bigger chain of events involving another threat entirely. You guys know me, I'm more of a multiplayer guy more than campaign, but to be quite honest with you guys, I do hope they release campaign early just so I can dive into this North Korean, South Korean little vibe going on. You guys don't know, North Korea, it's a communist country. You can't get in there. You can get in there with very special accommodations, but you really can't go and escape there. You can't. I might have to dabble into the campaign. Hopefully they release that maybe a week early so I can play it and stream it for you guys. Now let's talk about my multiplayer impressions. I did play multiplayer for about an hour and a half. Really enjoyable experience. So first impressions, yeah, the game felt good, but I have to be honest with you guys. I feel like every Call of Duty that I play early feels good because I'm playing it early. It's kind of refreshing to play something new setting. It's always going to feel good when I play something early. It's always that honeymoon phase, especially when creators get to play it early. It's even more of a honeymoon phase. Modern Warfare 4 genuinely felt a little bit more refreshing than usual, especially after 2 years of Black Ops pacing. Modern Warfare 4 instantly felt heavier, more grounded, more tactical, still fast. IW said their goal was fluid movement with greater control instead of full arcade movement systems. And honestly, I feel like they found a really good middle ground. Let's talk about the movement. Movement-wise, they pretty much rebuilt everything. Sliding feels smoother, mantling feels faster. You can now mantle cancel now, which is kind of crazy. You can slide directly out of mantles while keeping your momentum. There's ledge hanging. There's also ledge shimmying. You can corner peek while hanging. And you can even do a supine slide where you slide onto your back into prone. And overall, the movement just feels fluid and not feeling too arcade-like. One thing I did like about Modern Warfare 4 is that they didn't fully copy Omni movement from Black Ops. Actually, Omni movement is not in the game at all. They have a lot of movement options, but Omni movement, like that feature, is not in Modern Warfare 4. Devs literally said that their intention was for Modern Warfare 4 to feel completely different from Black Ops, and that's what I kind of miss, because back in the day, you had Modern Warfare 2, you had World at War, you had Black Ops 1, you had Modern Warfare 2, MW4, they all felt like complete separate games, right? You had the Treyarch Studios, Infinity Ward Studios, going back to back to back to back different games. Each game felt like its own identity, and it felt different, it felt new, and that is what we need. We need identity within these games. All these games are starting to feel the damn same, and I'm glad that Modern Warfare 4 is dropping this year, because back-to-back years of Black Ops, no. Now, this is probably where the game impressed me the most. Infinity Ward introduced something called the Ballistic Authority System, and this is basically their entire rebuild gunplay system. So their exact quote, no bloom, no guesswork, and no doubt. Every shot tells the truth. Pretty much what this means is that there's no more bloom while you hip fire, meaning bullets actually go where your weapon is pointing instead of randomly deciding whether your shot hits or misses. Keyboard and mouse players are genuinely gonna love this. Lasers are actually gonna have a really big utility in this game, because wherever that laser is pointing, your bullets are going to hit that. They also massively improve visual clarity, recoil behavior, target visibility, muzzle smoke, sight picture, weapon handling, and Infinity Ward kept emphasizing during their presentation realism without frustration. This game still feels cinematic and immersive, but it does not feel clunky at all. Another feature that they're adding, or kind of re-adding, is kind of similar to the attachment kits. They're going to be calling it Apex attachments. These are basically evolved conversion kits. Every weapon in the game has a final unlock called an Apex attachment that completely changes how the gun behaves, similar to a conversion kit. And the coolest part is they don't take one of your 5 attachment slots, so you can still fully build around them. The M4 can convert into the FSS Hurricane from Modern Warfare 2 as an SMG. There's a revolver that lets you fan fire like a cowboy. The Cronin Squall can literally create trails of fire. The cast-off platform has an attachment that counters enemy equipment and kill streaks. And Infinity Ward said that specifically that they wanted players to see in these kill cams and think, wait, my gun can do that? Which is honestly genius to make weapon progression actually exciting again. I like when games add funky stuff like that, like a bunch of content, a bunch of attachments, a way to build your own gun. While I don't mind simplicity, if they're going to go this route, they might as well go all out. Another huge change is the unified loadout system. So every class can now have its own operator, its own kill streaks, its own perks, and its own identity. This matters way more than people realize, especially in Search and Destroy, because now you can fully build classes around specific strategies. Having specific kill streaks in different classes is insane if you really think about it. They also added something called the Gunny. It's basically an AI gunsmith assistant that automatically builds a weapon setup for you depending on your play style and unlocked attachments. So if you want a quickscope build, or an aggressive SMG build, or a tactical AR setup, or a balanced recoil build, it'll automatically generate a class setup for you, which is pretty cool for some newbies. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of classic features returning as well. Red dots are back on the mini-map, map voting is back, classic prestige is back, slide canceling is back, pick 3 perk system is back, quick fix and ninja as perks are coming back as well. And thank God, riot shields are actually destructible in this game. Let's talk about the maps and a thing called kill block. Infinity Ward said that they heavily focus on cleaner sight lines, less visual clutter, and more intentional engagements. And honestly, you could feel that while you play the game. The maps feel readable again. What was really enjoyable was to play a thing called kill block. This was probably the most fun I've ever had at any event. Kill block is basically a dynamic multiplayer map system with over 500 possible combinations at launch. All right, so imagine one side of the map is Crash from COD 4, while another side is Terminal from Modern Warfare 2. And the layout changes throughout the map. 10v10 gunfight on that mode was absolutely chaotic in the best way possible. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on Gunfight, 10v10 Gunfight to be specific, and play Kill Block. It is crazy. It's unlimited, endless amount of map combinations. It's ridiculous. And it's 10v10 Gunfight. What? Now, the most important part is where I was able to talk to the developers at the Mixer event after the event. I pretty much had a conversation with the head developer, Jack O'Hara, and I pretty much emphasized this idea that the launch is never the problem, right? Obviously, you want good marketing for the game, but the launch is really never the problem, because people are going to buy COD really no matter what, if you really think about it, right? Everybody's going to grind camos, everybody's going to prestige or not prestige, everybody's going to get weapons, everybody's going to grind levels. The real challenge is keeping the players interested after launch. I try to emphasize this idea because it's important. And I told them straight up that the current system is not enough anymore. Just getting kills to unlock battle pass tiers, it just gets stale after some time. We've had that system for such a long time, and for Call of Duty, it's just getting stale. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but I just try to emphasize that idea that this whole system they're doing now it's really stale, and they need to improvise and change the way they approach it. I didn't have any real suggestions for that, but I just wanted to plant some ideas in their head. So another thing I really pushed for was hardcore ranked play. Hardcore players are a massive community, and honestly, sometimes it feels like they get ignored a little bit. A lot of you guys have subscribed to me for playing hardcore kill confirmed back in the day. I was literally #1 ranked for hardcore kill confirmed in Advanced Warfare with over, well, nearly 500,000 kills, 500,000 kills in that game for hardcore kill confirmed specifically. So I told them directly, hardcore players need a little bit more support, okay? And honestly, hardcore rank play would be a massive W. So hardcore players, stand up in the comment section. I got y'all. So overall, my honest takeaways, I was genuinely impressed. As I mentioned, slightly biased because of setting and all, like the operators, a lot of the operators, they're Korean. Post-launch support, balancing, matchmaking, anti-cheat, content updates, replayability, that is what determines whether a COD survives long term. That's just my honest opinion. Gameplay wise, Modern Warfare 4 definitely has that potential. I'm way more excited for this game than I expected to be. If you guys want more Modern Warfare 4 gameplay, breakdowns, loadouts, and coverage, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel and comment down below, because I know the developers and a lot of the people over at Activision are going to see this video, and they're going to see the comments. So what you guys want from this game, it's still in development. They still have room to improve the game and add on to the game. So comment down your wants and your needs from Call of Duty in the comment section below. If you guys made it this far, drop a like, and I shall see you guys in the next one.